Good morning. This is September 24th, Sunday 2023, and we are in BBA first semester, section B, and probably this is the 5th class we're having this semester. So can someone tell me what we did in the previous class? One thing, just one thing. So tell us one thing we did in previous class.
I was absent.
You were absent. Tell us one thing we did in the previous class. We talked about communication? Okay. Tell us one thing we did in previous class.
We studied about context and situation.
We read about context and situation. What did we do in previous class?
Taking notes while you read.
Okay, taking notes as we read. Okay. Now let me switch off that projector. That may cause a problem. Okay, in today's class, I tried to reach you through your group mail, but I found that because of some technical problem, my mail was not delivered to your address. And then I copied some of the email addresses I had in my email folder and mailed some of you, where I told that I have uploaded a series of 5 videos on my YouTube channel on the essay, Where Do We Stand? And then I asked you that you find time to watch those videos before you come to class, so that when you come to class, you have full understanding of the essay. Was anyone able to watch those videos? Okay. There are 5 videos where I discuss from paragraph 1 through 18. So what I do in those videos, there are 5, and I read from para 1 through 18 the whole essay. Actually, I begin from chapter 1 and I tell you how to read, and then I explain almost everything. And in those videos, because I make them after the class here, I have time enough to do those things. So I explain everything that you need to know about reading. There is excellent voice quality. You can easily listen to me, and if you pay attention, you can easily understand what I'm trying to say. I wish you had watched, because you will have better idea about the essay when you come to my class if you watch the videos. Now in this class, what I'm going to do today is I will talk about the essay, Where Do We Stand? And we will read paragraphs of the essay now in this class, if time allows us. And as we read, what we'll do is, see, whenever you have something to read, you have a text. That text may contain old knowledge or given knowledge. For example, this essay by Lisa Davis was published in 1990, and this is 2023. That means this essay was published 33 years before. So in a sense, we can say that a lot of knowledge about the topic may be outdated, because the world has changed a lot in these 23 years. So we might need to critically evaluate what she's saying. So we have a given old knowledge, right? Then what do? We read the given text, as we'll do it in this class. Now as we read, what are we required? Now let's write number 1. remember clearly what you read. The first thing is that we are supposed to remember what we read. Remembering is the essential thing in education. If you have short-term memory, let's say, as Amir Khan has in his movie Ghazni, short-term memory, then you can't be educated, right? It's difficult to learn without memory. So memory is the basic thing. Then, second is, as you remember, you make sure that you understand what you read. You read and you understand. If you do not understand what you read, you will feel boredom and you will throw the book. You will say, I don't get it. Why should I read? I don't like it. I am not able to understand. So you understand what you read. Now, how do you ensure that you are understanding? You ensure that you understand what you read by making a neat summary or outline of what you read. You summarize or outline, right? Now, once you have a summary of what you read in a note copy, then you understand it, if your summary is correct. Then third thing is, you interpret the text to see if there is something that is not said directly but hinted at or suggested. Here in summary, you ask a question. What does the writer say in summary? In interpretation, you ask a question. What does the writer mean? Right? You look for implied meaning of the text that is not said directly, right? Then after interpretation, you analyze what you have read, right? In analysis, you separate components of the text and see how they relate to each other. You analyze. Then you synthesize the various opinions expressed in the text, then respond to the text by making your own views on what others say. Synthesis. Then now you evaluate or judge the ideas of the writer. Are they relevant? Are they valuable? Are they useful? Are they current? Or are they outdated? Is the writer somewhere wrong in what he says? You evaluate. Then you apply that knowledge or learning to understand something in another situation. You use that knowledge to solve a problem in your life. Finally, you create a new knowledge on the topic. For example, you may write term paper or research paper on the topic. For example, you can write a term paper on how Nepalese people use space, doing a research. So I gave you an example of what we do when we come to university. And this applies in every subject. What I have written on the whiteboard is not only about English, it is the same thing about economics. In economics also, you have a given theory. Look how my economics teacher taught me economics in grade 11 in 1986, almost 36 years before. He was teaching perfect competition market. And the book said that in perfect competition market, every buyer goes to every shop in the market. And the buyer inquires prices from every shop. Then the buyer will find out where is the cheapest available. Then he will buy only from that shop where he gets the cheapest. This is what the book says. And my teacher, you know what he did? He gave me 5 rupees in the class. The class was running. He called me, "Idhar aao," in Hindi. He took 5 rupee note and he said, "Jao, bazaar mein ja karke 5 rupees ka गोश्त लेकर के आओ, meat. I was a vegetarian. So I ran to the market because teacher said, I ran. And I never went to the section where they sold fish and meat because it was stinking there. So I closed my nose and ran quickly there. I never inquired anyone. I just threw the money. And I said, Chacha ji, मुझे 5 रुपए का गोश्त दे दीजिए. And I kept my nose closed because I couldn't breathe there. You know, where they sell fish, it's so stinking. And then he just weighed the meat and gave. And I came running to class. And I put the meat on the table because when I was in grade 11, I didn't eat meat. I didn't eat omelette. I was vegetarian. I hated. I didn't like meat touching. I didn't touch. I threw the meat. Then he said, "Idhar aao." I stood in front of the class. He said, "Kaise kharida?" Then I said, दौड़ते हुए गए, खरीदना क्या, दौड़ते हुए गए, नाक बंद करके खड़े रहे, उसको 5 रुपए फेंक दिया, उससे बोले 1 किलो गोश्त दो, उसने तुरंत तौल के दे दिया, दौड़ते लेके आए. Then he turns to this class, he says, देखो लड़कों, तुम्हारी किताब क्या कहती है कि कोई भी उपभोक्ता बाजार में जा करके सबसे पूछेगा दाम और जहाँ सस्ता होगा वहीं खरीदेगा. ये गया गोश्त खरीदने, क्या इसे सबसे पूछा? The class says, नहीं. Then the teacher says, look, what the book says is wrong. This is how he taught me economics. And even today I remember that sentence because he taught me in a practical way. What you learn by doing, you never forget. I never forget that economics rule of perfect competition because my teacher, his name was Banwari Lal Mittal. He had done PhD in 2 subjects. He was a teacher in grade 11. He had done PhD in economics and in political science. Look, so come in. Oh, we have, there is a story, 3 Strangers by Thomas Hardy. And in that story it says that your world is peaceful, going fine. Then problems come from outside. Now we have, come in. Be careful, don't come in front of the camera, okay. Stay there and tell, yeah.
Registration वाले students और MIT raise unpad.
They would now go to hall.
Yes.
So let me conclude in a second. So because we need to work out and go in a program, so what I'm doing, I will upload the video of section A this afternoon where I explain these things. You watch the video, understand and make a note of what I'm saying in the video and mail me. Mail me. Assignment. Watch the video of the class. It's very easy, clear. Make note what I say in the class and mail me the note. That way tomorrow we'll have better and tomorrow we'll continue. Sorry for this interruption. We have been interrupted because we have a program. Now they want you to be in the hall. Thank you. Any questions you want to ask me? Thank you. Thank you. We could not run the class till the end.